Are you looking for ways to develop clarity and focus on what matters most and a healthy sense of urgency to get things done so you can increase your income, lower your stress, balance your priorities in life, accomplish your goals in record time, and take back full control of your day and your life? Period. And if that is a big yes, well, congratulations, you're in the right place, because today I am going to share with you some of the most powerful takeaways and practical goal setting strategies and secrets that I've learned from the 12-week year book. Exactly how I am going to be using these strategies and tips to achieve my goals. I will also introduce you to a method that I created while reading this book called the reverse method. And this reverse method is actually a method that will help to shift your thinking when it comes to goal setting and execution. This will help you to overcome or reduce those emotional resistance that we're often plagued by when we're working towards our goals, especially when we're new to it. So hello, savvy bosses, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I thank you very much for being here. I noticed that a lot of you have been jumping on board through the 12-week year book, and I just want to say thank you so much. Well done and congratulations for taking that step towards creating the life that you truly desire to have. So today I am really excited to be able to share this video with you, and I hope it will be of great value to you and will contribute immensely in the direction that you're going. But just before we get into all of these goal setting awesomeness, I have something to share with you, because one of my key values with my YouTube channel and my business overall is transparency. So I just want to let you know that I am not one of those goal setting and achieving queen. I am so far from that. Actually, this video is aimed towards me working on that and changing that, because the truth is, pretty much all my life I have failed at achieving my goals so bad, to the point where I've actually mastered the art of not achieving goals. At this point, I believe I could actually enter and win the Guinness World Record for not achieving goal. That's how bad it is. And it's not like I haven't tried. I've made plans, I've even bought a lot of fancy planners, I've written down my goals. But the truth is, I have never really taken a serious step towards goal setting and planning. Yes, I've done a lot of busy work and stuff, but I've basically just dabbled in goal setting. And I've hit rock bottom. The reality is I've struggled, I've stumbled, and just plain flopped sometimes, because I have never really taken that serious step. And it has been really frustrating and discouraging. And I've really been crying and asking God and praying. I've been fasting and asking God, I really need you to help me. I just need to turn my life around. I'm trying out here. I've started this business like 5 years ago, and it has basically been like a feast and a famine. Like this moment I'm up, I'm making progress, and the next moment I'm just down, rock bottom, keep going around in a circle, and I just can't get past this mountain. So I've been praying. I'm like, God, please, I need your help. I don't know what else to do. And the truth is, the first thing that God said to me was rest, just rest. And I'm a hustler. So I'm always doing stuff, that person's always doing the busy work but not really getting anywhere. This has basically been my life, like always trying to do something. This has basically been the way that I've been working my business, because I'm always busy doing stuff, trying that, trying this, hustling here, hustling there. And the first thing that I hear, I'm not sure if it's God, but the first thing I get was rest. And it really didn't make any sense, because I was like, how can I rest when I'm trying to make this work? And I really didn't know how to rest. But I kept doing stuff and nothing wasn't working. So it got me to the point where I said, you know what, I don't really know how to rest, but I'm just not going to do anything. And even when I wasn't doing anything physically, my mind wasn't resting. I was still working mentally, because I felt guilty, as if I was supposed to be doing something. So eventually I've gotten to the point where I've rested mentally and physically. And after I've done that, I started working again, and things still wasn't working the way that I wanted it to work. So I was like, God, what am I supposed to do? Probably you can relate to me. You're crying and you're like, God, please, God, help me. I need my life to be better. I'm working so hard. Why are things not working out for me? And maybe that is why you're here today on this video, because you really want to change your life. So the next thing I heard was to get organized. And I saw all of these things just coming to me, books, content about organizing, setting goals, and all of these things. And like I said, this is something that I've dabbled with before and I've never really taken a serious approach. So it just kept coming. Get organized, set goals, start to get serious about it. Think about what is it that you really want. Write out your goals, Naomi, and just get organized. And after much procrastination and trying to escape this, I've gotten to the point where I realize, I fully get it now, that nothing is going to change until I change something, right? So this video today is basically me changing that and taking serious intentional action towards my goals and dreams, and stop wishing and hoping that my life is better but not actually doing anything that is going to make it better. So if you can relate to any of that mumbo jumbo I just said, this is definitely going to be the video for you. So let's talk about the 12-week yearbook, what the 12-week yearbook is all about. This is basically a game-changing book that transformed the traditional annual goal setting. So instead of spreading our goals over an entire year, the book teaches us how we can condense it in a time frame of just 12 weeks, because traditionally we're used to setting our goals like in January, and then we work towards it throughout the year. But with this, we have the tendency of putting things off until the last minute, because we think that 12 months we have a lot of time. So probably by the end of March, we still haven't done anything yet on our goals. Then come summer, everybody's out having fun, we forget about our goals. Then come the last quarter of the year, like about November and December, everyone is like rushing towards getting those goals done, and most of the times we don't really achieve the goals that we want. So this book is aimed towards changing that. I have listened to the audiobook. I actually have it here on my channel, so you can go ahead and listen to that after this video. And I also have the hard copy, which I'm currently reading. So this is a revolutionary approach. I absolutely love this approach. And the authors Brian P. Moran and Michael Leamington. One of the powerful points that they share in this book is how a more focused goal setting period can actually increase our chances of success. They explain how the 12-week year can actually create a sense of urgency, accountability, and pushing us to take consistent action towards our goals, which will help us to achieve our goals faster. The book also provides practical strategies for setting clear objectives, and I'm a practical girl, so I really love that. Prioritizing tasks and also executing them with precision. It also emphasized the importance of a consistent measurement and review to track our progress and make necessary adjustments as we go along. So the 12-week yearbook is basically a blueprint for achieving more in less time by harnessing the power of focused action and discipline, and it's definitely a must read for anyone who is looking to supercharge their goal achievement and productivity. And like I said, the book is free here on my channel. The link will be in the description box below. So in order for us to create massive breakthrough with the 12-week year, the first step we need to do is to establish a great vision for the life that we want to create. Then we're going to establish our 12-week goals, then the plan and strategies and action steps that we need to take to achieve these goals. Then we're going to track our progress. Then we're also going to create a reverse method that is going to help us to reduce or overcome those negative emotions that will come up when we're on this journey to achieving our goals. So my plan is to keep it very simple but effective. Very simple, that way we're not overwhelmed and procrastinate to take action, and effective in a way that whenever we take action, we will definitely be able to achieve those goals. I have a Notion template that I use to create my plan in, and you can also get a copy of it. I can leave a link in the description box below if you would like that. However, it's not one of those fancy templates because I'm just trying to keep it really simple over here and avoid myself from doing any unnecessary work. I just want to know what I'm supposed to do, get it done, achieve the results. That's all I'm doing this time. I'm not trying to overwhelm myself and do any work that I don't necessarily have to do. So I'm not about the fancy right now. So as we mentioned, that in order for us to create success with the 12-week year, the first thing we need to do is to establish our life vision. And what is our life vision? These are basically the dreams and the desires that we have for ourselves and the life that we want to create. And why it is important for us to establish our life vision, because the truth is there are going to be days when we just don't feel like doing anything. So in order for us to stay on track, we will need a powerful reason why, and that is our vision. So basically what we're going to think about here is, what is it that we really want to create for our life? What kind of life do we really want to live? What is the legacy that we want to leave behind? What do we want for ourselves and our family? What level of freedom do we seek? What level of income and fulfillment do we want to achieve from our business and our career? What interests do we wish to pursue? And what do we really want to do with this wonderful life that we have been given? And a really good place to start when creating our life vision is just by getting a nice notebook and a handy dandy pen and just start writing. Write whatever it is that comes to your mind. Don't leave anything off the paper. Nothing is too big. Just dream and write it out. Nothing is too big. Nothing is too audacious. Once you think it, you can definitely achieve it. So just go the extra mile and just write whatever it is that comes to your mind. And if you absolutely have no idea what is it that you want to do, give yourself some time. Just sit down and think about it. Create that environment. You can probably turn on some nice music, get your favorite beverage, as well as you can create that environment in nature. You can go to nature, go for a walk, take your book and your pen or even your phone or whatever and just go for a walk. Write out whatever it is that comes to your mind. Give yourself time and permission to think, because the truth is most of us don't give ourselves time to think. No shame on you, honey, if you have absolutely no idea what is it that you want to create for your life. Most of us don't know. The truth is nobody taught us how to do this, and as a result of that, most of us never really taken the time to sit down and think about what is it that we really want to create for our life. So you're here on this video, girl. Give yourself some thumbs up because you're learning how to do that. And another key thing is that when you're writing out this vision, you're going to write them in present tense. And like I said, you're going to go the extra mile. You're going to go for those big audacious goals. Leave nothing off the paper, right? And you're going to write them in present tense as if you have already achieved them. Like, I am making my easy 10K per month. I have a successful morning routine. I am very bold and confident digital entrepreneur. I've already achieved those. And because when you do that, you're literally hacking your brain. And when we start out with establishing our vision, basically what we're doing, we're starting with the end in mind. So this is part of the reverse method that I told you about. Because when we start with the end in mind, we will be able to create those steps, those plans that we need to take to get to this end. Because if we don't know where we're going, we will literally end up anywhere. So first, after we have established the life vision that we want to create for the rest of our life, so this is going to be over like the next 1 year, the next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and the list goes on. What we can do now is to break down those goals and desires into shorter term. So we can do a short term, a mid-term, and a long term. So a short term would probably be like the next 6 months to 1 year, and then the midterm would be somewhere about 3 years to 5 years, and then the long term would be 10 years and over. In the Notion template here, I've created a table where I put 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and you just fill in those goals as you go along. All right. From your short-term goal, that is going to be the next 6 months to the next year, you're going to create your first 12-week goals. And I am starting out with 3 because I don't want to overwhelm myself. So after we have established our 12-week goals, for each 12-week goal, we need to put in place the daily, weekly action step and strategies that we need to take to achieve these goals. And I've also put beside it the progress tracker. This is really important. So you can just outline each action step that you need to take. So for my one goal is to develop consistency and confidence. And in order for me to do that, I need to upload a video per week. And in order for me to upload a video per week, I need to research the content. I need to plan the script. I need to schedule it. I need to track after I've uploaded to see my progress. And I need to also edit the videos and create the thumbnails. So just put those stuff in place that you need to do. For each goal, it will differ. And another thing is that not to put too much things on it, because sometimes it's just 1 or 2 or 3 steps that you actually need to take to achieve our goals. So we don't want to put too many steps that we get overwhelmed. Okay, let's just keep it simple. And for each goal, we want to put when it's due, when we started, when it ended, and when we completed. I am going to change this up. I don't think I have this set out properly, but you know what? Progress over perfection. I don't remember if I mentioned earlier that this is not actually my first rodeo with the 12-week year. I've tried it before, and I literally crashed and burned during that time because I was just hustling. And one of my goals that time was to create to achieve YouTube monetization, and I was able to achieve that, and I'm really happy that I did achieve that during that time. But I wasn't working on the things that I really needed to work on during that time. I was so tired, I was hustling, I was just exhausted, and I crashed and burned. And then after that, this is my first time that I'm doing it again. So the 12-week year really does work, but the truth is, like I said, I've never really taken a serious approach to goal setting, and I'm not really the best example to look up to, but things are about to change. And the truth is that the first place where we can take action to change things is being aware that we need to take action. Just being aware that we have a problem. And I am fully aware that I have a big problem. And this is a step in the direction to me changing this problem. And so don't judge me. And don't beat up on yourself, because none of us are perfect. This is a roller coaster. Life can be a hell of a roller coaster, and we just have to keep going. Just don't give up. Another key thing that we can do, and the book really places a lot of emphasis on this, is measuring our results through scorekeeping. This is basically putting a number on our performance. And this is not for the weak of heart, but it's really powerful, because when we do this, we will know exactly how we're performing, the level we're performing at, and make the necessary adjustment as we go along. That way we will be able to achieve our goals faster. Have you ever wondered why sports are so motivating and people will spend their last dollar to go watch someone else make money? Is mainly because of the scorekeeping. Because when you're keeping score, you know who is winning and who is losing, and this can be very stimulating. So it's the same thing with our life. We want to know where we're winning and where we're losing, so that way we're able to make the necessary adjustment so that we can win in every area as we go along. So now that we have established our vision, we have created our 12-week year goal, and we have also established the plan that we are going to use to achieve these goals. What we need to do now is the biggest part of the reverse method that I've been telling you about. This is really powerful, and it's really going to help you to gain that momentum that you need, and also to give yourself grace and to understand what is it that you're going through when you're feeling these resistance. Because the reality is we're going to be faced with a lot of obstacles. Now that we're on this journey to create the goals and the dreams that we want, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be negative here, but I am not trying to be naive either, because I know that the reality is we're going to be faced with obstacles. We're going to experience a lot of negative emotion, because here is the thing, our brain is hardwired to keep us safe. So what we're going to do now is something different, and our brain is going to feel threatened that what we're going to do, these changes that we're about to make, we're going to endanger ourselves, and our brain is wired to keep us safe. So when we feel these emotions, we will tend to procrastinate and all of those stuff, right, and distract ourselves from taking action. So what we're going to do now, we're going to face these obstacles and these challenges head on, and we're going to speak to them and plan for them. So when these challenges come up, we have already made plans and we're ready to take them on. So what we're going to do now is make a mental preparation for these obstacles. Okay, we can start out by asking ourselves, why is your 12-week goal important to you? And you can list your reason why. For me, some of the reason why my 12-week goal is important to me, because it is going to help me to completely change my life and achieve my dream. It will help me to overcome negative mindset. It will also help me to organize my personal and business life. I will also be able to help and impact others. Next question we can ask is, what if you hit these goals? How would you celebrate? For the life of me, I don't know why I don't have anything here, but I think like I mentioned earlier, that this is not a fancy template, and I really like the fancy templates. So probably that's one of the things that I could do. I could create a fancy template for myself next time when I'm doing my 12-week year goal. Once I achieve these goals, that's gonna be my celebration. That's gonna be one of my celebration. I'll have to sit down and think about my celebration. I really don't know why. I don't know what is it that I'm going to do. Okay, the next question is, what will you struggle with to take this action? So like I said, this is new territory for us, for me, and when we're going into something new, our body or brain doesn't want us to go into that new environment, because our brain is hardwired to keep us safe. It wants us to stay in our comfort zone, what we're used to, right? So there is a part of us that is really excited to take on these goals and challenge ourselves, and there's another part of us that is scared as heck and doesn't want to do this. So this part is going to resist it. So when those resistance come up, we gotta have a plan for it, right? So some of the things that I know I will struggle with is consistency. I will also struggle with negative mindset, and I will also struggle with checking my daily plan. And this is really important for us to check our daily plan. And I know me, I will write this plan and I will totally just forget about it. That's me. Like, I've done this all the time. I just write it and just never look at it again, and nothing gets done. Like, once you know yourself, just call yourself out and just put it all out there. That way you know that you're facing your fears. Okay, so what are and then the next one is like, what are some of the things that we can do to overcome these challenges? So for me, with the consistency, I can remind myself, I can put a reminder on my phone to remind myself of my big why, because when I'm reminded of my big why, I will be motivated to take action, and I will take action and be consistent. And another thing I can do to overcome like the negative thinking is to create sticky notes with scriptures and quotes that will remind me of who I am in God and how powerful I am. And also for the checking my weekly plan, what I will do is to create a screensaver to put it on my phone as well as on my computer, and that will definitely help me. Also, I can put a reminder to just remind me that you need to check your weekly plan, just to know what you're supposed to do, and you're working from that plan, because the book really talks about all of those stuff. Checking your weekly plan, how important it is to check on your weekly plan daily and several times throughout the day, and you're always working from your plan and all of those stuff. And a lot more details is in the book, And like I said, the book is free here on my channel, so the link is in the description box below. You can hop on down, listen to the book, come back to this and create your plan. Take your time and give yourself permission to do whatever it is that you need to do to achieve your goals in this 2023. It's not too late. Just get started. Another powerful thing that you can do is to team up with someone to help you on this journey, because when you have that accountability and you have someone you can actually talk to about this, it really helps to motivate you and encourage you on this journey, because it can be a very lonely and daunting one at times. And this is the thing that stops a lot of people, because a lot of time when you're embarking on this journey of like just going for your dreams, it's like you're the only one that is doing it, and it can be very lonely. So probably you can share this with a friend, a family member, a co-worker, so the both of you can work along and cheer each other on this journey. So I hope this video was helpful. Thank you very much for watching, and if you have any question, feel free to leave it in the comment box below. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.